So I am racing at rope drop because I'm attempting to do, I think, one of my craziest stunts ever. I mean, this is something that I know that I've never ever done. I missed one tram, so didn't get there as fast as I wanted to. But for me, as the ultimate vibe chaser and not a ride crusher, this is one of the more crazier things I've done at Disneyland in quite some time. Sorry, Mickey, Minnie, I ain't got time right now. I ain't got time. Stop trying to seduce me into your friendship. And so long, ice cold, caffeinated beverage. I need two hands. So what we're attempting to do today is something I've never done before. I'm riding Peter Pan first thing in the morning, not late at night, because today what we're looking at is this building right here, and all of its attractions are going to go down in the month of June, which is highly irregular. Let's check out all the fun details of this building and figure out why Disneyland is making such a weird decision. Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Brickey here. Today looking at this building right here, this structure that will be closing in June, going down June 5th, and as right now we know staying closed for at least 5 days up to June 9th. That's as far as the calendar goes. We're going to investigate everything that exists inside of this building. So if you're watching this video after the summer of 2023, don't stop, because we're going to investigate today this building, how it houses 3 rides, 2 shops, and 1 restroom. 6 different amenities for guests exist inside of this one building that's strangely closing in the middle of Disney's busy summer season. And I'm doing something different today. Today I'm going to be filming the rides, no edits, straight up POV ride-throughs. You know, normally I do a pretty intense edit with all my little spin moves, but today we're just going to show the rides as they are so that we can tell, is there anything aesthetically different about these attractions that would mean they should shut down? So challenge to you, since I'm going to show the rides in their full runtime, put them in order in the comments below. Don't look it up, just a guess. Put them in order, shortest to longest. Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, and Toad's Wild Ride. Those are the 3 attractions we're riding. I'd love to see your guess off the top of your head which one you think is the shortest, the medium, and the longest. They're all pretty quick. So there definitely is some roof damage right there. As you can see, those shingles are all starting to pop up. But what else could it be? See a little bit more of that as you go along the way, and then check out over here in the gutter. Look at all those items that have been collected in the gutter right there. It is literally killing me to be here at rope drop and to be stuck in a line. I want to be out adventuring and exploring and vibe chasing all over the park, where I know that it's empty right now. So this is like, I literally feel like a caged animal on this side of the chain when I know that there's so many vibes out there to chase.
They're so hardy. They'll grow just as fast.
Looking all around the rooftop and everything around me, just trying to examine the overall shape of this building that houses 3 different attractions and why it might be closing during the summer season. With all the recent fire concerns, could it be just to remove a lot of debris on the rooftop that's gathered over the years and is inside of the pyro zone? So as far as I could tell, everything in the actual ride looked great. And while filming the attraction for you folks, I was trying to keep an eye up looking around the ceiling and roof, because one of the theories I heard was possible rain damage because of all the rain that we've had this season. But I wonder if it was actually rain damage, why now? Right? Like if it was damaged during the water, it seems like that they would have fixed it in that moment, not waited to let it get worse. I just asked if I could actually walk through the line that the cast member was waiting for me to pass to open up. There's the canopy without its top. We have the Mad Hatter over here on the corner. We have these little plaques all along the way of all of our favorite characters. Yeah, this is ride number 2 inside of this show building that's going to be closing down during the busy season. And I just thought it would be interesting to check out all the little details and see if there's any sort of a clue as to why the odd timing of this would be happening. Love that shield of Mr. Toad's. What if Mr. Toad's eye on a certain day reflects the sun and decodes the secrets of Fantasyland?
Try to drive more carefully until you mantenga las manos brazos. Arms, feet, and legs inside, and do supervise your children. Have a jolly good ride.
Thank you. All right, it's still hot in here. All right, that is 2 of the 3 attractions down that are inside this building. One more, and then we're going to lap it, look at all the design details. I just want to get these done early as time can go up as the day goes on. Alice is by far my favorite of all 3 of these attractions. I just absolutely love it. Peter Pan is the true OG, but it just goes so fast. And some of the models, even though they're amazing, they're just a little bit far away from your vantage point. I feel like this is the most dynamic of all the dark rides here, and it's an exclusive to Disneyland. All right, our third and final, the trilogy will be complete as we look at the condition of all these attractions that will be going down in June.
My adventures in Wonderland began when I followed the white rabbit down the merry-go. All of a sudden, I fell. Down, down, down.
Looking for the white rabbit? Well, see for yourself.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, wait, please.
He went this way. No, that way. I mean, for the important gate. No, I just said hello, goodbye, wait.
They're weeds. Look. Now this is curious. I wonder if the rabbit came in here.
Hello, somewhere. I'm not sure where I am either.
Wait! Don't go, please!
Try this way.
That's aquamarine. We're petting the roses red. We cannot stop.
Always good rock. And so let the babies live.
Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, and the King.
Shall we play croquet?
Rule 42, the Queen always wins.
Ah! With their head! Oh, great! Goodness!
I have a very specific way that I film dark ride attractions where I go from scene to scene knowing that I'll edit together. Today I'm just doing these in long format, so I hope it's not too jerky and dizzy for you. But on that one, I'll be honest, I forgot to look at the ceiling and see what the condition of the room was because I love the attraction so much that I got lost. All right, let's look at the roof. And I do love that this is all devised to take us up over Toad, and now we have to come back down to the ground level. These three rides living together is kinetic energy!
Honey, today's I am lifted too.
There goes the cake.
It remains my favorite, without a doubt. Remains my favorite. Hey guys, how you doing?
Congratulations to everyone who got it right. You just earned yourself a subscription to the channel. And to everyone who got it wrong, you can subscribe too. Everyone's a winner here.
All right, Alice is definitely still my favorite. I love that there's an intermission to go down a level. Let's look at the rest of all these buildings and see if there's anything that we can find, because all three attractions look like they're in perfect condition. All right, so let's look around at the actual perimeter of the building now that we have rode all the attractions, and don't get seduced by staring at the teacups, because even though I'm pretty sure I hate them, definitely one of the most beautiful attractions that exists at Disneyland, and ours is the only version of the teacups that's completely outdoors, making it absolutely beautiful. All right, back to the task. So as I understand it, this area right here takes us up above the area where Mr. Toad is. I don't know if you're above Toad the entire time, but why else would they take you up on the second floor other than to conserve space? So when all three attractions are closing at once, it would make sense that it's not about the individual attractions, because we just rode all three of them, they looked absolutely perfect. It's got to be a building issue. And what a building it is. With the castle motif all around it, this thing really is beautiful. So I do know that in my time of coming to the park, that extra row of castle wall back there, that was put in to be ADA compliant Hold on, I got a monorail drive by. Back to the task at hand. So that second rail is put in for ADA compliance. I think that's it, safety compliance. And you know, they could have just put up a rail, but then that rail would be in the view of all the guests. So instead, they reinforced the castle theme by putting that sort of stone brick wall that we associate with being the outer perimeter of a castle. So aside from housing 3 different attractions, there's the restroom and 2 shops. Let's check out the shops. And while we're talking shop, you can see right there, that's the light that shines down the parade. But then if we come over here, this birdhouse looking bad boy, that is the projection for whenever they project things up on the Matterhorn. That's what that little hidden guy is right there. So we have the restrooms that would appear to be, I'm gonna guess, I mean, Peter Pan has got to be somewhere over on that side. And I would guess that if you go through these doors, you would probably be somewhere around the Toad area. Let's see if we can hear anything. There is an area in Toad where I saw daylight coming out from a set of doors. I wonder, I might have to ride Toad again to shoot that daylight, because how would there be daylight coming out of the building if the building is completely surrounded by other attractions? I think I'm gonna have to ride Toad again to shoot that daylight, figure this out. All right, so let's wrap around the edge here. So this is obviously all landscaping to create that big wide view to push Fantasyland off. I can see that there's ladder and all kinds of like conduit up in there. You can see that they store a ladder that's up inside of there, as well as different conduit to go where it needs to go. But directly on the other side of that, we have this canal that if I understand right, these bodies of water are all connected to each other because they're not natural bodies of water. They have to have a man-made filtration system, so they all flow together so that that can be done in one spot versus a bunch of different spots. Oh my Lord, we have the path to ourselves. Oh. How do I have this to myself right now? It was a dream. Okay, so we can see back in here that there's some of that castle wall. So the building protrudes to right there. There's this little step down area. I can see that there's some wiring. And then you can see that there's some conduit going into this area. And I'm pretty sure that this is connected. There's the Peter Pan tree, where you can see the initials of Peter Pan and Wendy Darling. And then if we come up here, you can see that there's a weather vane apparatus. But I can hear the Peter Pan loop through this door. So we are really close. And then there's also that little Matterhorn shot that we're getting through there. All right, so unfortunately our first store, excuse me, sir. Our first store is not open yet, which is odd. It is 9:33 DLT, Disneyland time. But we have our third store. You can see the roof there where it's connected. We have this turret over here, and then that's where the Peter Pan style roof, the Bavarian village, begins. This is where we started our quest today. And the store looks operational, so it's probably just on a delayed start. My question is there a walk path from this roof over to that roof? Is there a walking path for the Pyro cast members to get around, or do they have to go up here isolated and over here isolated? That's something I'd love to know. And if we come back from our furthest vantage point, you can see that there's more of that rooftop, that faux castle fencing that exists. You can see there is a little bit of a hard rail right there. Taking a step back even further, you can really see that fencing, and I love this corner pocket, how it all comes together, and that is no accident, the parallel alignment that you see there. That is Imagineering creating beautiful sight lines. So let's come back to the very wide view and look at the rooftop from all the way across. And you can really see just how it's a jigsaw puzzle of little pockets. Every so often it bends and folds and pops out and extrudes and goes back in, just making one big building look as if it actually is a European styled village. I love this move of taking one big building, slicing and dicing it up to make it just feel like one big story. So when Peter Pan wraps up, you have that very hard turn that you take, and I wonder if right here is actually that division line of that hard turn, which would then mean that hell would be right here, because you know, Toad goes to hell, don't drink and drive, kids. So I wonder if right here actually is not only aesthetically the division line, but also architecturally, design-wise, the division line. And sorry, there's a lot of noise behind me, but hey, it's Disneyland. What are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna go in and ride this one more time. This time, just looking for that daylight that I believe that I saw underneath the doors right before the train scene. You know, when you get hit by a train, Toad style. So let's go back in again and see if we can piece together exactly where that is. I love this kind of bizarre challenge. I hope you do too. And if you do, hey, why not? Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So isn't technically this the real Doom buggy, since we actually die while riding this one? I mean, that's the ultimate in Doom, right? All right, Operation Daylight. Operation Daylight, let's do it. All right, I'm an idiot. That's obviously going backstage into a room, but not, there's tracks. What a dum-dum. Yes, guilty of being stupid. And here's the train. All right, I'm gonna leave that in because it's a stupid theory, right? Like, why would I think that they'd have a spot where an attraction goes directly outdoors? Like, what sense would that make? I know better than that as a designer and a lover of the design of Disneyland, but I leave it in because it shows my overall excitement for how much I love putting the puzzle back together, which is Imagineering and the design of this place. I absolutely love it. It's taking this all to a whole different level. This building houses 2 stores, Mad Hatter being one of them. Let's check it out. I keep looking up because in my mind, I'm looking for some sort of structural damage, because the attractions, as we've seen, are all absolutely flawless, right? So, oh, that was a child. So in my mind, it has to be something to do with the actual building itself. But if it was a shop, they would just close the shop and keep the 3 attractions open as long as possible. Well, did we prove anything today other than the fact that I might be a little bit dense or maybe a little too excited about the Disney magic? Friends, I hope you had fun looking at this building, the eastern side of Fantasyland, and all of the things that are contained inside of it. You're fine. You're fine, I'm filming me. I hope you had fun. seeing all the things that exist inside of this building, doing a little bit of a vlog, a little bit of a design deep dive. And if you did enjoy it, why don't you do me a favor, leave a comment below. From the edge of Fantasyland, that's going to do it for us this time. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you. Until the next time I see you standing on the edge of Fantasyland making your own ridiculous conclusion, I'll see you back here with more Disneyland fun.